Hello, my name is Harriton Boatco. Welcome to our show. With us, we have Dr. Ted Mendoza, doctorate in science, and we're talking about industrialization. Let's go through the different policies. And it's Dr. Mendoza and his group has made a study, a number of studies. It's already on paper. It's not like we still have to go into a study. And why we should go into the steel industry. Dr. Mendoza.
Well, kanina po nababanggit natin yung huge demand ng steel.
Patas ng patas yan.
Patas ng patas na yan.
So hindi mo na kailangan ng market. Dito pa lang meron na.
Yes, we are still in the process of development. And of course, ang isang requirement dyan, infrastructure. When you say infrastructure, ay yan ang skeleton mo dyan, steel yan, no? And the demand is increasing over time because we need to put this infrastructure in place. Yung justification po sa dyan, long overdue na yan. Ano po? Kaya ang panawagan ho natin, kung sino man sana ang maging presidente, i-fast track niya yan. In fact, even the incumbent president, Pinoy, can do something about it. As in the case of Iligan, kailangan ng maremedyo yan.
Paano yung sinasabi ng iba? May nag-email sa akin, hirap na nga tayo sa kuryente natin, papasukan pa natin yan. Will that drain our current electric power?
Yung Iligan Steel Mill natin, ang source niya yung Maria Cristina Fall.
So wherever the source is, diretso, it's okay?
Yes, yes. And then meron naman tayong natural gas. So, yung malampayan natin, etc. No? Sana nga, kung if we will be catching up with solar, so ang dami nating solar.
No, but the heat generated in a steel mill can also be used, I'm sure, somehow, some way.
Well, yun ang heat recycling and cogeneration na sinasabi sa science.
Cogeneration din yun, di ba? Once it's in full effect.
Yes, yeah. Pwedeng i-recycle yan, mga ganyan.
Who should invest in that? Government or private? Should we build another mall or should we build another steel? Should we build the first steel industry in the country?
Well, yun na nga, it's tri-partnership talaga eh. No? Nandyan ang industry, nandyan ang government kasi nga kailangan magkaroon ng interventionist mode ang gobyerno kasi to promote and to protect yung investment. Kasi sabi nga sa Constitution, those private sector will involve in it. Kailangan may protection naman.
Kasi hindi papasukan, masyado matagal.
Right, pwedeng ibagsak kaagad kasi kung ibagsak ng let's say yung mga exporter ng India, ng Vietnam ultimately, because Vietnam is building a huge iron and steel factory which will be operational in 2 to 3 years period. Yung mga ganon. Kung bigla nilang ibagsak yan, malulugi. So, mapapaso ang mga papasok doon. Of course, yung interventionist approach na yan, yung guaranteed, ano yan, medyo yung mga sinasabing nating rent-seeking politician, yun naman ang tinatawag na
yun ang delikado.
Yun ang delikado.
In agriculture, kailangan din natin ng steel, correct?
Of course.
Industrialized agriculture so that the yield is higher.
Right. Last time nga, sinabi ko nga, yung makinarya ang kailangan. Kinakailangan ng i-deep plow yung mga bukid natin. Sa sugar industry, sinabi ko nga, kailangan deep plowing, kailangan yung mga trusses, i-chop, so you need the thresher. Ganun din sa rice production, ganun din sa corn production.
So, ang start natin sa industry, first, let's build the tools, the basic steel requirements. Right. And then from there, we bring in the technology. We already have it here to start generate the machines if necessary.
Right. There are some na nandito na, pero merong mga sinasabi nating relatively high-tech, like...
but we can bring that in.
Yes. With time, we can have that in a
But we have to start first with the basics.
Yes, we have to start, yes. Kung hindi natin sisimulan, then forever.
Pero hindi kaya fault ng mga kapitalista yan na pinapasukan nila, mga condominium para mabilis ang bawi sa kanila? It's not enough. They build the buildings. Ginagawa nga nila. Binibenta nila, hindi pa nakatayo eh.
We will be sounding condescending dun sa apologies natin sa kanila. Sana nga magkaroon sila ng ganung pag-iisip. Ano po. Now that they are rich already, okay, why don't they look at the country naman?
Yeah, but is anybody ever rich enough? That's the problem.
Yes, yes.
Well, as Bill Gates puts it, GDP is the wrong measurement towards a country's success.
Right. So, kaya kailangan pa rin ang gobyerno ang magsimula. Okay? So,
So kailangan na ng presidente
Right.
na visionary, hindi lang competence, may vision talaga
yes.
para sa bayan.
Ang sinasabi natin, anong ginawa ni Mahathir, anong ginawa ni Lee Kuan Yew, anong ginawa ni sa South Korea, sino yung presidente?
Si Park,
Si
noon.
Park Chung-hee. So yun po ang kanilang
Well, napreso yun eh.
No. Well, meron silang mga downsides, Ganon din si Thaksin, di ba? Na-preso rin siya, na pinalaya sa kanyang bansa. Pero they set the tone, okay? Wala naman sigurong perfectong tao, etc. So, yung
But regardless of the people and different personalities that have sat as the presidency, in the presidency, the bigger problem is really a vision, a lack of a vision to bring the country towards some type of industrialization
Opo.
in the last 6 decades.
Opo.
So since martial law, all of them have failed,
yes,
so
yes.
to speak.
Opo.
Because that's the basic. If we only started that steel industry, maybe today we can compete properly with the ASEAN.
Tama po yan kasi along with the steel industry, meron silang sinasabi, men of steel, meron kang upstream, meron kang downstream. Yung downstream, kung paano mo yan ginagamit. Okay?
Correct.
So, noon, bakit car ang pinag-uusapan? Bakit itong mga vehicles na ito? Kasi, diyan nagsisimula ang quality steel eh. Kung yung engine block mo, hindi yan puputok ng 500 degrees centigrade, ay napakagandang yan.
And you saying earlier in the first part of the show that we have that one main ingredient that makes the steel very strong.
Yes.
And it's comprehensive because you don't have to import it. We are mining it here.
Right.
Instead of exporting it, kunin natin dito, and then
Yes.
do it a comprehensive manufacture.
Correct. Kaya ngayon, ang energy, renewable energy, solar, nandyan ang mina natin. Pumutok and billions upon billions of tons of lahar ang inispew ng Mount Pinatubo. That is rich in silica and silicon, the basic material in manufacturing solar panel
And glass.
and glass.
And glass. And yet glass is still mahal.
Yes.
Ano
So,
nangyayari? Ini-excavate ng foreigners, dinadala sa China, pagbalik dito, may kamahalan na rin.
may finished product.
Finished product na.
We are exporting our metals, our iron bars. Like for instance, ang example ko nga palagi, there's no rocket science involved, yung ating disc harrow na attachment sa traktora. Kung iwiweigh mo yon, sabihin mo na lang na mga 500 kilograms ang mga disc plows na nandoon. Magkano ang raw iron value nun at 150 pesos per kilogram, that's only 7,500.
Biro mo.
Okay?
Instead,
And yet, pag binili mong finished product yon, it's worth 300 to 400,000.
Can you imagine?
Ang huli kong narinig, it's already worth 500,000. Okay? Ngayon, kung ima-manufacture naman natin dito ngayon yun, sabi nila, baka hindi pa tatagal ng 1 linggo, pag dumaan na sa mga matitigas na bato, bungi-bungi.
but not necessarily if it's the right material that
Correct.
goes into it.
Kasi hindi natin na-improve yung metallurgical component doon. Engineers in Philippine Rice Research Institute, they have the ability now to produce yung combine. Yung sinasabi nila, ikakat yung straw ng palay with the panicle, paglabas nyon grains na, no? Yun ang sinasabi natin, we need to mechanize harvesting because of this uncertainty of rainfall, etc. Kailangan mabilis na. Kaso, yung kanilang combine thresher, this is not to offend our engineers, hindi po nila kasalanan dito. Kailangan nandun ang welding machine mo. Kasi
Ayun.
pag nasira, kailangan idudugtong mo ulit. Kasi nga, nandun na naman sa quality ng metal natin ang problema doon. And yet, pag ikaw ay nag-import ng Kubota thresher, quality na ang kanilang materials na ginagamit, kaya durable. Okay?
Kaya.
Kayang-kaya yung mga ganon. So, yun po ang isang inaano natin. Thailand, Vietnam now, fully mechanized na yung harvesting nila. Kaya mabilis eh. Mababa yung kanilang cost of production because of that. What more? Harvesting of sugarcane. Early 80s pa ang Australia fully mechanized na. ang sinasabi nila na mawawalan ng trabaho ang mga tao, talagang merong trade-offs. Sinasabi naman natin, meron namang magagawang ibang trabaho yan. Bakit hindi nagreklamo ang mga farm workers ng Vietnam, ng Thailand, kung gano'n ang argument natin. So, ibig sabihin,
Industrialization and agriculture are key components for long-term sustainability, for long-term availability of products, correct?
Yes.
If we don't mechanize, simply we cannot just keep up.
especially with globalization right now, no? Kasi it's a reality. Magiging parya ka ba? Aalis ka ba dyan? So, hindi naman natin magagawa yan. Yung wala na bang tariff barrier, wala na bang protection, hindi naman pwede yun eh. Kailangan bigyan din ng protection. In fact, isang requirement ng industrial policy, nandyan din ang mga magagaling na abogado, pag-aralan yung mga international laws, kung saan tayo pwedeng pumosisyon. Okay? Ganyan naman ang sinasabi eh. Hindi naman, right now, wala namang talagang bansa na hindi pinoprotect yung mga industries nila eh. The first world country is the first place. They're highly protectionist. Okay? Sa kanilang mga produkto.
Regardless of all these trade commissions.
Yes, yes. So, yun po ang ano natin. Kasi kung yun naman ay affected na nung ating bakit hindi nila pinabago ang Constitution natin? Article 12, Section 1 ng Constitution natin.
We have an
naka-spell out
election
naman.
coming up in 1 year. Right now, nag-heat up na, just as hard as the summer sun is burning down our heads. What should be the issues that these politicians should be promoting? Hindi yung, I bring competence to Malacanang. Hindi. I want to maintain the reforms of Pinoy. What reforms? I want, parang popularity contest eh. Ano dapat pag-usapan?
Pasalamat din po tayo kay Pinoy kasi ang corruption talaga malaking damage din sa economy.
Wala na ba ang korupsyon?
Again, that's another question na hindi mo naman mape-perfect talaga yan. Pero sana tingnan ng mga presidentiable o yung mga kandidato, including mga senators, including mga governors, kasi bababayan sa local level eh, kung ano ang dapat nilang ipamana sa ating bansa. Siguro yung pinag-uusapan ho natin, the lack of machinery, etc., damdam ng lahat yan eh. Because if you are to go to any enterprise right now, okay? Ano ang tools, ano ang equipment na gagamitin mo?
Steel.
Okay?
Metal.
Product ng steel or metal yan. Okay? So, yun na lang, naghalo-halo ako habang hinihintay ko yung mamil yung rice. Meron siyang ginamit na pang ng ice. O that is simple tool. Pero kung hindi maganda yung pagkagawa niya, hindi siya kasi nasusugatan daw eh. So iginawa siya ng kanyang pinsan ng tool na equipment na yon para hindi siya masugatan. Yung mga ganun, basic. We want our farmers to recycle crop residues kasi nga bumaba na yung soil organic matter. So kinakailangan gumawa ng compost ngayon. Ni wheelbarrow wala sila eh. Ni pala wala sila eh. Okay? So mga imported. So mga basic ho yan. Pag natapos na yung production, siyempre itatransport. So pupunta ka na naman sa transport ng mga ganyan. Sa marketing naman, napakagagaling ngayon. Cellphone lang, from tip of north to tip
Pwede
of
ka na
south.
makabenta.
Pare-pareho ang presyo because of cellphone. So, dapat gamitin din ang magsasakayan. Dapat mag-unite din sila through their association. Magbibili tayo kung ganitong presyo. Kung bagsak ang presyo, wag muna tayong magbibili. So, hindi mamumura yung kanilang produkto, yung mga ganun. So, interactive po yung telecommunications, yung work, yung energy, yung policy, so on and so forth. No?
We've come to the end of the show, Dr. Ted, and it's actually, I let you go talking, it's already at the very end. We hope you understand. I'm one to complain all the time about politicians and graft and corruption and what I call double speak, or actually what is worse today is not anymore double speak. It's called nambobola sa taong bayan. We hear a lot of speeches that really which have no reality, no truth to what is being said. or promoted. That's the sad part of it all. Dr. Ted is just recommending simply, let's industrialize, let's go forward, and let's start looking for a person in Malacanang to have that vision. If anyone there in the leadership, in the national leadership, just look at this rather than looking at finance and selling our services, meaning the people abroad, let's start with that steel industry we do require. Start no matter how small, and from there build it. And as far as the capitalists are concerned, if you've made more than enough money, you're already in the Forbes list. Ano ba naman yung you give $1 billion towards the development, manufacture on the steel industry? Because it will pay back anyway, just not as quick as those condominiums you're trying to build. Well, we hope you've enjoyed our program. Maraming salamat po, Dr. Ted. Maraming salamat. I'll see you next week. We hope you've enjoyed our program.
You are what you watch.